Our next virtue is cheerfulness. Cheerfulness is when the brow of the hill seems close, when you are taking last few steps forward. When is cheerfulness? When we are at the brow of the hill, like we are just reaching our destination, and you are taking few steps forward. It is the unique expression of the day before a special event, the last few moments. It is when you have passed through so much and there's only a little to go. And that little is easy because you only lose if you turn back. There is little that is like little to go, and that little is very easy. We know that it's easy. We are going to reach there. And if you only lose if you turn back. Cheerfulness is the brilliance of being free, even of having to choose. It is the brilliance of being free, even of having to choose, because everything you have done up to this point has already dictated the future. Whatever process we are doing, and we are sure that we have almost reached. So how can we be cheerful when we have got so far to go? There's a question that still we don't know how much we need to go. It's so far. So how can we be cheerful? It is a matter of clarity and conviction. First, you have to be able to see beyond the present, to have such vision that you can sense a good future. There has to be some clarity and conviction. So what is this clarity? Going beyond present, and you can have sense a good future, not just for you but for everything. You have to know in your bones that the whole moment of life is towards what is good. Whole movement is what is good, and that all hills have valleys, all seasons have summer. Then you have to live that, or else cheerfulness is just bravado in the face of despair. It's saying that we have to know the whole movement is towards what is good. The moment we are passing each day is going to give us good. That's the way we think. And we know that there are times when hills have valleys, seasons have summer, but then also you have to live that. We have to live that moment. We live that moment in a way to know that tomorrow is something good. We don't stay low. And it's like a bravado in the face of despair. Bravado means you do a good thing for yourself when there is something low in your life. Cheerfulness in its true form is earned. You have to work for it. Clear away enough of the rubbish inside that you can see. You have to clear what's disturbing, because that's just going to pass by. Nothing is there. But if we stay connected to it, we can't be free. So it has to be earned. For this, you have to know how to cordon off weakness, to refuse it entry into the rest of your life. We have to learn this technique of how we can be free from this. People talk about being whole, but until the end, you have to become an expert But till the end, you have to become an expert at being in pieces so that your eyes are always dancing, even if your feet are dragging. What is it trying to say? People talk about being whole, they say. But until the end, you have to become an expert at being in pieces. Because people try to say that you have to see your life in a way, whole life, right? But we see the life in moments, in pieces. We stay happy. We don't get scared of the future. We don't get low with the uh, life questions, life papers. We still deal with it to become an expert at being in pieces so that your eyes are always dancing, even if your feet are dragging. Cheerfulness is never being ashamed any more that you would be by getting paint on your hands as you feel in the last few brush strokes. It's like it's never being ashamed anymore than you would be by getting paint on your hands as you fill in the last few brush strokes. Cheerfulness makes everyone love you because that can sense your victory ahead. But it is not a cold victory alone because the foothold for others to follow in the mud of your boots. It's saying that you don't have to be ashamed, even though tomorrow we have our last few brush strokes. Some things are left in your life, but it's like cheerfulness is something we earn and it makes everyone love you. Everyone will love you because they can sense your victory ahead. They can sense when you are happy in the case of despair, when you are happy in the case when the life is showing you, right? You feel that I can't see the whole life, but I'm sure there is something good. So your eyes are always dancing. And that's the spirit inside of cheerfulness, which makes everyone love you because they can sense your victory. But it is not a cold victory. It's not like that alone, but because the foothold for others to follow in the mud of your boots. There are people who will come behind you. So you will not be alone in this journey. You will have people all around you with you to work and attend something. So there will be people who are walking with you. It's not a cold victory where you're alone. You will have people around you always. So doing anything and moment by moment, living your life in a way that, okay, if I can see that there's something better, there is always that feeling that we are doing something good now to dictate the future. So that's the movement, that's a clarity and conviction. Conviction is an assurity you have, a clarity that to see beyond the present, to have a vision that you have sense a good future. So today was cheerfulness. Om Shanti.